So this movie has been in the system for like a while now, but after watching, I'm unable to keep my thoughts to myself. So let me come here and share my thoughts with you to see if we have the same thinking or if we have different views. Welcome to the channel. My name is Beverly. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this review of Mòmiwá, a Building Steven movie. A Building Steven movie. I mean, I know that if you are part of this family, you know that Building Steven movies, I've always loved them, and so this was one of the very good ones from Building Steven. Very good. Now let's get into the details of the movie. I want to start with Kiki, played by Iyabo. So from the get-go, I just felt that this woman's apology was not sincere. I felt like there was something off about the way she was apologizing, something off about her demeanor to show that, oh, I'm sorry, her meekness, her humility. I felt like, no, there's something. It's just not clicking for me, because I know that Iyabo is a very great actress. So for her to struggle to play this role didn't really work for me. So if she had played that meekness and that pretense, and it was really fake, for me. So I was like, if this is the way she's going to act throughout the movie, I would definitely not, enjoy the movie. But then she just flipped. And I said, aha, this is the Iyabo kind of roles that I know and suit her. Okay, somebody like this our very favorite mommy. I've forgotten her name, but this is her picture. Okay, we know the kind of roles that she plays and she does so well at. So it also works for most of the actors. So Iyabo, playing this meekness, I'm sorry, I apologize, and acting all nice did not work for me at all. Hey, that role in the name of Kiki did not work for me at all. When she switched, when she turned, when the man traveled and she showed us her true character, and I was like, yes, this is the woman I want to watch. And she switched and she's like, I am the madam, you cannot even call me Kiki any longer. I was like, this was supposed to happen, and it has happened. She's mean, she's wicked, she's heartless, she doesn't care about anything. She didn't even care about her own kids. She said she came the name for the kids. We all saw at the end of the day that she came for the money. And as the doctor called her, a gold digger. She left her family for a man. Now the man she left is now rich, so she's back in the picture to enjoy some wealth. She played her role very well, her switching role very well. Being wicked, being heartless, being cruel, just not being appreciative. I mean, she was speaking to Mòmiwá, she was sending her, she should go and spray her room, mosquitoes. I'm like, this woman, she was jealous of the attention, of the love that her family had for Mòmiwá. Love and attention and respect that Mòmiwá deserved. So what was her problem? What was her problem? You were absent for 10 good years. 10 good years, you run off. Some parents will run off because their husbands are abusive, so they want to get some money and then come for their kids or something. But you run off because your husband was broke and you came back with a story of depression. I just knew that this woman was lying. I just knew that she wasn't being sincere with herself, no, with Mòmiwá and then the guy. And she finally got her way, became the Oga wife again. Before she became the Oga wife, she cooked once. And after she became the Oga wife, she never cooked again. Like, to hell with you, to hell with the kitchen. Like, I'm not going there any longer. She was just ordering food every day. And you know what? Actually, I am suspecting that she even put her son to she coming to live in the house. I'm sure she was like, you know what? May I ask that it's like, I can come and live with you so we can bond and blah 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 blah. Just so she can find her way into the man's heart or room again. And she succeeded at doing that. But her mouth, she couldn't control her mouth. So when that one was looking for Mòmiwá, she said, the prison, blah, blah, blah. I mean, how do you arrest somebody who's taking care of your kids for 10 years in your absence, put her in a prison because you want her out of the house? How do you do that if you are not wicked? How? Someone who helped you reunite you, your husband, and your children to give you a second chance. If you're not wicked, you can't do this. Oh. So Kiki was just a wicked person. She wasn't good. She was just bad. She was just bad. She was just bad. Got a good guy and messed up, and we saw it. But Iyabo Ojo played that part of her role, that part of Kiki very, very, very well. Not the meek Kiki, not the sorry Kiki. It didn't work for me at all. I'll say it over and over and over again. Iyabo playing that I am sorry, I am apologetic role did not work for me. But when she switched, and I now sat up. Say, this is the Kiki or Iyabo Ojo I want to watch, okay? But she killed the role. She nailed the role. Her tears were fake. I don't know how else to say it. Her tears were fake. It didn't work for me. But then the other side was just great. Was just flawless. It was like she was in her element. Okay, she was just acting the role as she was supposed to, act it. So Kiki, thank you very much for being me, for being wicked, but playing the role very well. I mean, Iyabo. So yeah, that's it about Iyabo. Perhaps I'll come back to her, or I might just not come back to her. Now I want to move to Dadiwa. You want me to go to Mòmiwá? No, I'm going to Dadiwa. Now, Dadiwa, how do you live with somebody, okay, for 10 good years, and you don't know the person's surname? You don't know any family member of the person. How is this possible? It's the most dangerous thing to ever do. I get the woman is kind, she's good, she takes care of your family, she's sorted, you are sorted, the kids are sorted, so that's all right. But then you can't live with somebody for 10 years without knowing any of their family members. It's dangerous. What if something happens and the family, finds you and accuses you of stuff? You won't be able to defend yourself because you didn't know any of them. How? You just know Chinon, so how? How? Absolutely impossible. How? But I think he's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a good father, a good husband. From the short time that he lived with Kiki, he gave her money. He took care of her. The kids are always sorted. The house they were just a happy family. He was just a good guy who just didn't get a good woman to mother his children, but he was a great guy. He sorted everybody out, treated his staff very well. He was nice to them, okay. And he had this relationship. I mean, he and Mòmiwá. So the idea that I got was that he didn't have anything romantic to do with Mòmiwá until the very end, okay. So he had the liberty to bring in ladies, okay, to do his own stuff. I mean, that's his house, so had the liberty to do that. And so yeah, he was just being himself, being a man. And Kiki's reaction when he mentioned to the police officers that when he bought his house, he bought one for her, it was just golden. She was like, what? Where was I? Where have I been? Like, my husband is buying a house for a maid, as she called Mòmiwá. So I just say that you was just a great guy. I mean, at the end, his daughter planted an idea to which he bought, and then was actually for the better. I mean, what's left? Mòmiwá is a fine lady, so what's the worst that could happen? And she's been good, and you've seen she's been good. Okay, let me just go to Mòmiwá. Maybe I'll just come back to that later. So Mòmiwá, or hail Mòmiwá, like this woman left her home, left her business to go take care of someone's children. She didn't think, she thought twice. She was like, okay, what about my business? But she thought more about the children than her life, than her business, than her friends, if she had any. Wow. Mòmiwá. Wow. Mrs. She was just Mòmiwá was just a great person. You know, knowing the history that you had with Kiki, she tried her best, she tried her possible best to bring these two people together, bring the children, get the children to forgive their mom, especially the very first child. She didn't mind. She wasn't threatened. She didn't feel threatened that if this woman comes to the house, my position might change, or the love they have for me might reduce or might be shifted to the mom. She didn't have any of those thoughts, but rather Kiki was one who was jealous of the love they had for Mòmiwá. Okay, she wasn't perturbed. She's like, you are their mom. If you are coming to the house, that's fine. Coming to live here, that's fine. To play your role, that's fine. I would help you. And she did just that. She did. I mean, when she even prepared the room for Daddywa and his lover, the pack she put in the drawer, you saw it, right? The seating, like, wow, that's another level of respect that she had. She didn't mind. Okay, she would have loved to be with the man, but once their relationship was not like that, she didn't mind. She just went about her business, chose a man's clothes for him, took care of the kids, was just living like a mother, like a Muslim woman who understood the fact that their husband could go in for other women. Do you get? She was just a great person. She was just a great person. She was good. She was nice. She cooked. She treated the staff of the house well. She was interested in their well-being. The other lady being pregnant. That lady. Let me quickly touch on the house help. She was really funny. The French thing that they made her, speak, made, added some spice to the story. It was funny. Sometimes that she said the words for sometimes, so she was just all over the place. But it was a good touch to the story. It was a good touch to the movie. It was a good touch to yeah, to the movie. You just would smile, laugh, at the way she speaks. She spoke the French and how her mannerism and stuff. So yeah, that was just it. But Mòmiwá was just a great person. She had good relationship with the staff, and so she was just a good person, really, really good. And the kids loved her. The kids respected her. I mean, I like that the first child, even though she was a child, she saw that the mom left. And so it wasn't going to be easy for her to, just forgive the mother as if nothing had happened, as if she traveled and then she came back. But Mòmiwá tried to get this girl back with her mom. For some other woman, she would be jealous and be like, no, she left you, I was here for you, be planting stuff in the children's heads. But she did not do that. She did not do that. And she didn't mind that Kiki will send her to the market and stuff. And she just wanted to be herself. But I really like that she stood up to Kiki when Kiki was being disrespectful towards her. Why are you eating here and I'm working here? She stood and she was like, I will not let you do this to me. But she didn't know, or she didn't think that Kiki would go to the extent of, arresting her just to get her out of the house. She got messy and then Daddy could not find her because you don't know her surname, you don't know any of her family relatives, you don't know where she can go when something happens to her. But she's obviously not living in the house that you bought for her. Like how? That was a very dangerous thing for Daddy. I'm sure moving forward he take precaution, like what's your surname, who is your family, like it's time to meet your family. Besides, if you guys are planning to marry, it's time to meet the lady's family. So yeah, I know Daddy did something for Mòmiwá, so she was trying to show appreciation, but to just move from your home to another place, totally like start life afresh. Only a Mòmiwá can do it though. Only a Mòmiwá can do it. But I think this is it's a great story. It's a beautiful, simple story. When Daddywa asked Mòmiwá what she thought about they being married, the smile on her face was just beautiful. Even when she came home, the excitement of the children that our mommy is back. This is the original mommy. And I like that Daddywa knew that Mòmiwá would not just leave without saying anything. I like that he suspected that something could have gone wrong, but just didn't want to perhaps tie it, with the wife. And I think that she's that wicked. Okay, and that revelation he got from the doctor that his Kiki ran off with. The doctor was like, Charlie, why are you being so nice to me? You know what? I did, or if your wife followed me to this place, blah 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 blah, came back and like he just lost it. He wanted the woman gone because he knew that this woman was certainly not in to stay. And it was obvious, and we saw it that she was not in to stay. But as I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story, beautiful family story. I loved it. I enjoyed myself. The only part I found fake was when Kiki was being, sorry and apologized, and she was supposed to be fake. That's how come she was fake. She was faking her apology, and then that's the remorse that she felt. So yeah, I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Their acting were just great. Kiki, Iyabo, Jessica, and Uzor, great actors. And Uzor is a great actor because of the different roles that he played. Look at the role he played in A Tribe Called Judah, which I reviewed. You should find it in my videos. Look at that role that he played in this one, and Jessica and Iyabo. And then the support and the children did well. The maids did well. The security guy, what's his name, MC Lively, the guy is hilarious. The guy, I think he was the one who started annoying Kiki for her to be jealous of Mòmiwá. He was like, I need to speak to madam, like big madam, or like madam. That conversation that he had with Kiki really pissed Kiki off. I think that's why she started acting, or she started doing what she wanted to do, or she just fast tracked her plans. But then that guy is hilarious. He's hilarious. So it was a great movie. This is the kind of movies that we want to. Not one that tastes like Gary and water without sugar, milk, granite, and all those things. Please, I haven't said anything. You understand? So it was a great movie. Acting 5 out of 5. Story 5 out of 5. The video quality really, really, really good. Editing went well. The theme of the story, the music, the tunes that were used just worked perfectly for me. Out of a 5, this is a 5. Out of a 5, this is a 5. This is a 5 out of a 5. I don't want any of the points to do anything. I just had a good time watching this particular movie. So yeah, let me know, do you also enjoy that much? What stood out for you? What did you like the most about the story? Who was your favorite character? What do you have the same sentiment towards this movie? Let me know in the comment section. Do well to like this video, subscribe to my family, and I will see you again next time. Until then, do take care, and it's a bye from me.